give some people the moment to filter in. Anyone who, any of the like 3 people that actually watch the stream that care. Do. Okay. Our first game of the even is in his elves versus Team Mist's Distinguished Collective Chaos Renegades. What just happened? So we have an assistant coach and a babe and cheerleaders for Bob and Weave, and we have a cheerleader, a bribe for Distinguished Collective. Did someone buy stuff? Weird. So, starting off, the offensive drive for Distinguished Collective. And immediately an armor break, immediately a removal before I can even establish what's happening. Okay, let's stop this for a second. So, D3 players got Loner from one of these teams. Bad habits. 1 player earns Loner 2+. One of these players that did not have Loner before now has. There we go. Ooh, that sucks. So for this drive, there's a 2+ Loner check on the best blitzer on the pitch. Distinguished Collective, no bench. The Bob and Weave, they have 1 bench. Beginning to think they may need more than 1 player bench for this game. Yep, pushing him onto the Minotaur. Failing to pick it up because it's the rain. I feel like I probably would have moved one of these players back to further protect against that. Because now this player is getting blitzed and there's just going to be 2 players running down here. And now everything is awkward. Even pushes the blitzer further down the field. So, yeah, that thrower has plus move now. Wasn't the way it was last, yesterday when I was casting. Unless I'm dumb. First, I don't like this. First action loner blitz. Like, if he fails, if he double skulls, your ball is open. Like, he marks it, he blitzes, and then picks up the ball. And then you have no tackle, no way of generating a 3-die, and a blodge player has the ball. In fact, it'd be difficult, probably be difficult to generate a 2-die depending on how it positions. Why would you start with this? Move any of these players over here to screen this off. Make this failure condition not as awful. Like, you just lose the game if you double skull there. Or if you double one there. He now has the ball in a wide cage. Now, how does Fall decide to attack this? Apparently by removing linemen. Just getting around behind, tying up the back of the cage to be annoying. Because anytime that T-Miss feels like he has to blitz backwards, it's good for Fall. Oh, that's a failed dodge. Uses a team reroll so that he could get... I feel like I would want to dodge the thrower first. Because if this catcher fails, then the thrower just gets punched for free. Whereas if the thrower fails, the catcher is on the ground and doesn't get punched. And another body blow hit against the catcher. Just a stun. He is really trying to kill this catcher. Is he setting up for a foul? Or is he just marking there? It'd be kind of hard to foul that. 3+ dodge to avoid losing. And double rush. And now just marking up an even smaller cage. If T-Mist isn't careful, he's gonna be forced to score here, and that's a lot of time. Just takes the attacker down and then KOs himself. That's unfortunate. That's now 3 KOs. He's just gonna start with a Roger hit. Yes. Why are you assisting this? Put him like here so he's at least part of the defensive effort. Apply an assist. Yeah, and now just moving behind the screen. Can't quite get to him. This guy can, though. Right? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it, go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go for it, go for it. So 4 2+s? Never mind. 2+s are evil. Never do them. Yep, and Minotaur is out of the game, it seems like. He refuses to do things. Ball is safe-ish. Another break. Just a stun. I feel like I would be putting the Minotaur, or the Rat Ogre, on these players. Like, I might actually just put him there, if he could reach. Because this is like an impressive wall. Ooh. And now we're just 4+ diving out of desperation. Don't you dare blitz with a Rat Ogre. Deserved. Gets the knockdown now. And just another stun. Realistically, Timus can get another turn out of this. Yeah. And now it's a -2 just to red dye him. Oh, KO's the -AV Blitzer off of foul. That's Fall is the king of KOs, but it is going to take a miracle for him to get enough players back at this rate. He does have a bit lead. And another fair dodge. Ground is slippery. Murder, once again, eats one of his own players. And I guess Timus gets another turn. He's gonna foul catcher. After he punches a lineman. I feel like that's excessive. I don't think this player mattered. I would foul this catcher. This player isn't gonna do anything. Oh, don't worry, the catcher's gonna fail to dodge and hurt himself. And he just scores. And naturally, Fall gets almost all of the KOs back immediately. Half of the team KO'd, gets them almost all of them back. But Timus doesn't get his. AC, this is the first game I have not cast dwarves yet. Unless you're referring to the week 4 mirror match, in which case I did that last night. I went from having viewers to not having viewers during that match. Alright, so both those KOs stay out. So that gives us 10 players for the Chaos Renegades, and 11 players for our Pro Elves. Doesn't catch the ball. Unfortunate. And they are just going downfield. Not even hesitating, they are just running straight down the field. Unfortunately, this play is actually made a little bit harder because of the rain. So now things are a bit trickier. There we go. So rain doesn't affect passing. Right. And now the question becomes, how do you actually stop this? Oof! That elf's not coming back from the bench. Gonna need to get some more stuff like that. Just a push in order to, you know, hopefully be able to stop this stuff. On the bright side, he has kind of forced an intercept if he wants to make this play. Oh, Frenzy Elf doing a thing. The downside is it is letting Fall take up a position in the center field. Makes the pass, makes the catch, fails the dodge. Did he not team roll that? Oh, he did team roll it. Double one on the dodge. That is unfortunate. And now this guy's getting 3-died. Oh. Fails the pickup. Rerolls it, makes the pickup. Oh. Just a stun. Minotaur doing Minotaur things. He's got a push. Makes the reroll. And knocks him down. He's fine, but he's probably getting fouled. Yep. He's still fine. That is a very tough blitzer. His catcher, on the other hand, not so much. That's a broken arm. Which I believe is minus strength? Minus passing ability. That's fine. You're not using the catchers to pass anyway. Frenzy Elf doing frenzy things. Red die. What? He's going for the red die surf now. You almost gave him a surf on your Minotaur. It's a bold decision. Now, how does Timus protect the ball? Is he just gonna have to is he just screening? Yeah, it's kind of the best he can do at the moment. He's kind of made a big box screen. Now Fall is just trying to get players. Is he just gonna dodge through this? Fails. Was a good attempt. That was probably his only chance to get tackle on the ball. And Minotaur has made himself relevant. And we're blitzing with the Roger. Gets the knockdown. See, the problem with blitzing here is just like, if you double skull that, it's a loner reroll. Like, the ball isn't safe. Just move the ball first and then do your loner stuff. Also, speaking of loner, the blitzer with tackle, who's over here, no longer has Lunner. That was for one drive. Now, cage is open, but there is no tackle free. So it's going to be like a 3+ dodge off. With dodge, admittedly. Makes the dodge. Gets the knockdown. What is the scatter? Scatter is bad. Okay. All of these players are freeing themselves. So that's at least good. It means none of these players are getting blocked. But it might be a difficult situation to free up the ball. Just a push. Gonna scatter. Not scatter. I feel like I would scatter here. But he has ensured that one of his players stays on the ball still. That's a 4+ pickup. Fails it. 2 players on the ball. It is just a scrum now. And the elves have the numbers. The question is, can they utilize their numbers to get the ball when there's a rat ogre right there? And there's the blitz, and that'll scatter the ball. No, he's blitzing the orc. So he's not looking to scatter. He seems to be looking to beat up the rat ogre. Or he just leaves the rat ogre and puts one person on the ball. I feel like when you have the numbers advantage like that, you definitely try to scatter it to a better position for you, right? Especially because you're losing, so you need to do something in order to score. Blitzer continues to stand. Takes the both down so that this guy gets a chance on hitting him. Or not. Just ends his turn. Magnet hands? 6+ catch, 5+ catch, 6+ catch. What is happening? Okay, the ball is here. There's 2 players on the ball, but there's another scatter chance. This is still a -2. Makes the 75%, dodges off, and now he's running away. Does he have a scoring threat? He has a scoring threat now. And this is the problem with dealing with pro elves, is now how do you stop him from scoring? Evidently only this guy knows the steal, because he hurt that other catcher. Free to block, gets a knockdown. Ooh. Just KO. But that's nice to have one less player trying to stop you from preventing the score. One problem here is the only tackle is this Minotaur. This block feels useless. That you could do this block last. You're either because you can do the blitz first. I guess that's not so useless because he was planning to run through to blitz the ball instead of blitzing the scoring threat. Four man's tackle. Does not get the down. Rerolls it. Gets the POW. So now we've got to throw the ball. Well, we make the pickup. We're passing to this blitzer, it looks like. No intercept. Makes the catch. makes the dodge. Well, Team is trying to stop that. And if I recall correctly, Team Miss Goblin is M&G for this game. That is a deep kick. Oh, and a reroll for Fall, who I do not think has a turn. Red Ogre doing Red Ogre things. I find it interesting that he put dodge, all his good dodge players on the line for this exact reason. No injury. This guy is now in danger though. He is not as in much danger as I thought he was. And nope, he's fine. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could make this a 3-die and still have your blitz at a 2-die to follow up. And it's not moving this guy, so you still have a good dirty player foul. Like, you just miss out on an entire dice to roll foul on. And fails to pass because it's a million miles away. Which leaves us at 1-1 for Fall and He Missed. I feel like that's a big game. That's a big game for Fall. He is slowly slipping behind in points. I needed the win there. That is not the button I wanted. MVP for a lineman, he must have random the level. And this lineman also gets an MVP, hasn't taken that level yet. Alright, and now on to game number 2. Which is Trouk versus Tasteless. Why am I all the way back at the main menu after leaving a single game? Here we go. So, game number 2. So Trout picks up a biased ref in his coach. Dead Friends versus Dwarves for Tasteless. As we mentioned last week, the Dwarves are in a rough state. They've lost several players. They have guard stand firm, but that's about all they have going for their team at this point. Is the amount of guard they have. Meanwhile, Trouk trucking along at the top of the division. I believe he just has a real solid team. He hasn't really gotten any massive losses, with the exception of losing his Blodge step plus move. He lost a Blodge plus move ghoul last week, and I think yesterday's cast. So, a lot of nothing off of the line hits. Get the blitz. Get your knockdown. Nothing. Now the question is, are we gonna see Trout continue the foul continuously? There is still a dirty player to move, so we managed to pick up the ball. Dwarves are very far away. That's a bit. You don't necessarily have to run back to protect him. Dwarves definitely can reach you. And now the Dwarves are just gonna stand up and stand in a line and hope they can manage to outblock somebody. Gonna come in, use the guard to blitz the Mighty Blow tackle guard light. Oh! That's a big KO to start with. If that guy stays out, it's gonna be real hard to down this runner in the next drive. Players are rapidly leaving the pitch. Wait, did he appo that? Tasteless appoed that KO of the guard stand firm. That's surprising to see on turn 2. Especially against Strauk, who has a billion dirty player pieces. I would not be surprised if we start seeing some fouls here in the coming turns, just because there's now no Appo. And Trauk has a million zombies. Dwarven 2+. Coming out of the lineman. The zombie stuns the dwarf. Just setting up a bunch of 2-die blocks. Not getting anything out of them, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, 1-die skull. And fails the Dwarven 2+. Dodge. Better than getting hit by Mighty Blow, I guess. And now we're just gonna see the mummies take up the center field position. And that's a free die, isn't it? Yep. Gets the POW. I am kind of surprised that Trauk has such demanding field control and just does not feel like fouling. Although this is a double GFI to get into this cage. It fails the first one. Makes the second though. On the bird side, the dwarves kind of have like a position, like these guys can just come back. Or he can just take a bunch of 2-die blocks. Oh. Just... This runner definitely needs to come back though. Yeah. But it's gonna be a little difficult for Tasteless to get in front of this now. Just because so many of his dwarves are just super far out of the play. Also, kind of surprised that's the blitz and not trying to blitz this guy off. But it does move the balls. Oh. Doing more GFIs. What was that one even for? Can't get anywhere. And this guy could get somewhere, but if you stand him here, that's like... No, because that's like a red die. And there's not really any dwarves free to make it not a red die. And there's no recovery. It feels like you did not have to run this far down the pitch to protect the ball. No. Because of that, these dwarves moving down the pitch are actually threatening. I feel like Trout needed more players. And he's suffering the consequences of not doing that. Oh, another dwarf, 2+ dodge failing. A little unfortunate. So now it's just a 3+ pickup to score. And that is giving the dwarves 3 turns to score, so they could, but they're a bit hard pressed. Yeah, and he just runs it in. KO comes back. Switching a dirty player off the field. Jeez. That's a short kick. This could get real awkward if it scatters into one of those dwarves' hands and he catches it. It did not. No. Block is a good skill. Kinda surprising he blitzed the skeleton and not a ghoul. But I guess that would be a bit of a commitment, and the dwarves are running backwards. Guess he doesn't feel like he can protect it very well. Just taking whatever blocks he can at this point. Oh, just a push. And now we're just gonna see more blocks. I wouldn't stand for him. And a reminder, all of these blocks, there is no Apo. So if all these blocks turn into a casualty, he can't fix it. Now, unfortunately, in order to pose a scoring threat, I think it is literally just this guy. No, he can't score. So, if you pin him to the sideline, and then just get in the way, this actually might be worth the GFI blitz to get Mighty Blow tackle on this player. If you get to the sideline, then this is gonna have a hard time getting any sort of forward momentum and threat. That's worth the reroll. And he double fails. We've seen a lot of double ones on GFIs today. This is still kind of awkward though. It's like, how do you make forward progress? Excuse me. When your entire team is marked. Is he gonna, like, blitz with the runner? Yeah. Then probably take a step backwards. Just a push, which is unfortunate. Follows it up. Okay. That's super aggro. But it might be the only chance he has to get enough of a scoring threat. Immediate knockdown now. Oh. That's a KO. Scatter out. It is in the end zone, but I don't think a dwarf can even reach there. I think this guy is physically incapable of reaching that square. Now he can technically reach it, but it's not easy. It looks like this is happening this drive. Now just generating a bunch of blocks. No. Just stun. Yeah. That's worth trying to one die on him. What the what? He makes everything up to the 2+ rush to pick up the ball. Now hear me out. You're doing this blitz. Surely you should be blitzing this guy, right? Because if you get a knockdown, then that means that it's now just a 3+. And you don't have an additional tackle zone that you're going through. Oh no, this guy has guard though, so that would have been a red die blitz. Yeah, never mind. But 4+, 3+, 5+, 2+, 2+, fail. It's always the 2+. You can do the hard bit, but you'll fail the last 2+ at the end zone. So, going into the second half, into the offensive drive of the Dwarves, there is 11 players on the pitch for the Undead. There we go. And the Dwarves are out their Wrestle Runner, which gives them 3, 6, 9, 10. So both sides have 11 players, but the Dwarves are down as skilled player, and one of their only 2 movement players. And looks like Tuesday Foods get an extra reroll. They're apparently going to need it. Just pushes so far on FOS blocks. Finally makes a knockdown. Block is a good skill. Nothing. Then gets the knockdown on the blitz. Oh. Oh? Nothing. Just a stun. And the Dwarves managed to pick up the ball. And that block gives him a follow-up. Makes the knockdown. This is probably going to be a foul. Although, both of the dirty players off the pitch this time. Kind of surprising that he didn't leave one of them on the pitch for fouling. Guess he doesn't feel like fouling Dwarves? Which surprises me, especially because of how well he's been controlling the pitch. I think he would at least attempt foul. Especially considering the last 4 games we've watched of him have just been so many fouls. Yeah, and now Tasteless is just attempting to take control of the left side of the field and generates a bunch of 2-die blocks. And now we're in for the classic Dwarf game of we're slowly going to grind down the pitch, and hopefully you don't stop me. One dies the mummy, gets him away. Oof! Seriously injures the mummy. Does not regen. That is a Mighty Blow guard mummy seriously injured and out for the next game. That's gonna hurt him. And Trauk needs every piece he can get because he is fighting for that top division spot. Mighty Blow hit, let's see if he can answer in kind. He can. Gets a KO. So both players are back to 10. Trauk just trying to get players in front of Tasteless, waiting for Tasteless to commit to something. And Tasteless is just going to continue grinding down the field 1 square at a time, it looks like. Waiting for Trauk to either break, make a mistake, or just turn over. Not sure why we're blitzing the one with block as opposed to the one without block. That feels like strictly just wrong. Mummy. Does he try to free up the mummy? And then he does. So he wants to get his one remaining mummy back into the relevant side of the pitch. Hello. Now there's a block guard mummy just in the way. Yep, and stand firm is a good skill. Oh, you're right, the door's got a bias ref. I forgot that someone like spent bank. Can I really not hover over this to find the exact rules of what it does? That's poor design, but okay. Yeah, you're right, I forgot they did pick up a bias ref. Have to look at banks after to figure out who spent what. Uh-oh. Just a stun. Now, Trauk is kind of in trouble here. Like, he's left side is being ground down significantly, and now he's getting players starting to break. So that's another KO. So now we're even on numbers. Actually, no, the dwarves are up on numbers now. And like there's 3 players for the undead, 2 for the dwarves. Uh oh. He's increasingly running out of players to stand in front of it. And it's only going to take 1 turn of not having enough players in the way. And then the dwarves kind of control that space. That being said, he has ground down 4 turns. And the ball has not left the dwarf side of the pitch. That block doesn't feel like it does anything. Like, it frees up this guy. Unless you're planning to come this way? In which case you're side shifting as a dwarf. He's side shifting as a dwarf. He's not moved the ball forward at all, which feels bold when you have 4 turns remaining. Like, I wouldn't hate coming like here, but staying back here feels real bad to me. Feels like you just don't have the speed. You're not wrong about going down the sideline without a Troll Slayer being a bit rough, especially because he's down strength and arguably down effective guard. No knockdown there. So I will say the one problem I'm seeing with this is like he did all that work and got all these players committed and then didn't grind down the pitch like his plan was, and now he's sidestepped and none of these players are gonna get free. And he's now committed an additional player. Like, this runner is on his own if he wants to advance. And we're running out of turns. And he's lost an additional square. Knocks down the mummy. And marks up the ghoul with tackle. GFI, and now you've marked the ball. Yeah, it's like he just marks these 2 players, and then GFI's here, and now it's like everyone that's relevant is marked. Like, these dwarves don't matter. This dwarf arguably doesn't matter. Although he's one of the only ones that can be freed, and that makes it a bit awkward. Oh, dwarf 2+ being used against them. Uh-oh. One die double skull. That's super unfortunate. What could we have done to make that better? Basically nothing. There's just nothing he could have done that would have improved the failure state. That was apparently his best option. Admittedly, knock him down, and now you've got guard. You can slot in the guard here, 2-die block here, 2-die block here. And you can probably advance somewhere, but yeah, with that turnover. Now we've got a ghoul running downfield as a scoring threat. And a 2-die block with tackle. on the runner. Re-rolls it, gets the down. No break. Scatter is good though. White picks up the ball. Now, unfortunately, the dwarves do not have a scoring threat. So they're just trying to lose by 1, as opposed to losing by 2, I guess. Dave. Okay, fails the catch. Makes the pickup. Fails the dwarf 2+, re-rolls it, gets the both down. Just pushes here, but it doesn't really matter. So, that'll be another victory for Trout. It's just a question of how much of a victory. Looks like it's going to be 1-0 though. It's a bit costly though. MNG seriously hurt Mummy is a bit rough. And we're coming in for the foul. Nothing. Useless MVPs on both sides. Now, who do we have for Game 3? Game 3 is me. I've already streamed my game. So next is Jim versus AC. Do. Alright, AC, here comes your game. And a bribe has been bought by the dwarves. And looks like the rats choose to receive the ball. Kind of surprising. Usually, as Skaven, I would like to be defending first as opposed to being on the offense. So, 1 benched for the Skaven, no bench for dwarves. This dwarf team also gotten a bit beat up this season. And that continues. Immediate seriously injured guard dwarf and Apod. That's an early Apod out of both dwarves this week. And we'll see if AC gets away with that. And passed into a handoff. Just trying to farm SPP as much as possible. And the line rat gets punched by Mighty Blow. It's just a stun. Now, On the bright side, this game has the potential to be much more interesting than the previous game because these dwarves have skills against Skaven. Both of the blitzers have reached Mighty Blow for Jim though, which is fairly good progression. Oh, block is a good skill. Just running a gutter down to be a scoring threat force the dwarves to have to commit something back here. But they'll probably with the runner that's already back here. What? That allows you to just do that when there's no range restriction on the ball? Game, please. You have one job. I hate this game. Why can I not? Why can I never check anything? I suspect this is going to be quite a foul. It's... oh wow. We're taking all of the players. Just a stun. I will say though that this is giving up all field position. The rats can go literally anywhere they want. Which is a bit of a problem. Should I block with Mighty Blow? Don't need the follow-up hit. Yeah. And now the Skaven are taking up a position. He's probably just gonna hand off to a blitzer, isn't he? Kinda surprised he didn't hand off to his blitzer. But now there's a gutter runner down here. Which means that both of these gutters are reasonable threats, and if you don't respect them, they will get the ball and just be gone. Does blitz one of the exposed gutters and gets the break. It seriously injures it. There's a lot of serious injuries this week. Apo on that, no injury, so this gutter will be back. However, it does make this drive a little bit weaker. Now, AC just trying to prevent the rats from running wherever they want. Not really having the movement to get in front here. And now Mighty Blow Hit's going to be coming in on the Troll Slayer. Has to re-roll that if he wants. Nope, nope. This is a dangerous place to be. So now he's rolling a bunch of dice. He has rolled the dice. And is now presumably out of range. He is not out of range. This dwarf is movement 7. I don't understand. Why does Jim think this is safe? Well, that's KO. Like, that's just a 2-die block for free. And he gets the knockdown. I feel like I personally would actually scatter it into the corner, because then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 squares that it could scatter to and bounce. But I guess this bounce, I guess it did scatter, and this bounce is good enough. At least, hopefully good enough. Now, Dwarf 2+ dodges. Gets a break, just a stun. Skaven are doing Skaven things so far. Rerolls it, gets both down, and badly hurt on the thrower. There's now no passing to be had. And the Skaven don't get a chance at picking up the ball. He's fine. I wouldn't be surprised to see a foul coming out of AC because... Yep, there it is. And it's KO and a send-off. Manages to argue the call and preserve the bribe. That's pretty good. Quad skull, that's unfortunate. Now the question becomes, for AC, does he surf the Storm Vermin? I'm assuming he needed squares to score. So 7, 2. I'm not sure he could have scored. So you would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I guess he would have been able to score just barely if he had made the GFIs. That's a free serve. Bonk into the crowd for you. Just as done. I don't disagree with the reroll on the gutter. Oh, and that Storm Vermin is not a scoring threat. Well, actually no. The dwarves are going down. Makes the pickup. Moves the ball towards the gutter runner. Blitz coming in on the ball. Makes the knockdown. Where will the ball go? Scatter is not amazing. Not awful, but not amazing. Oof, a serious injury on another dwarf. That is one, it's unskilled, but it is a blitzer. And the gutter runner fails to dodge through. Manages to badly hurt a line rat. I personally feel like I would have tried to Mighty Blow Blitz the Storm Vermin. And a fairly big foul doesn't do anything. Ugh. KO stays out. So, going into the second half, it is AC's defensive drive. The score is tied at 0-0. The Skaven have 3, 6, 9, 10 players, including basically all of their important ones. And the Dwarves have 3, 6, 9 players on the pitch. They are out appos. Oh, okay. The numbers are evening out. Are we gonna see a foul on one of these line rats? No, he's just completing the cage. Oh, there we go. And that's another KO. Which leaves us with 8 Skaven. That number is going to become increasingly difficult to defend with. Yeah, that's rough. Like, he can still screen off like this, but he's giving up hits on potential hits on all of the important players. Dwarf 2+ dodges. Blitzing backwards is arguably good for him, but oh, that's another KO rat. Yeah, doesn't matter how well the Roger is doing if you have at most 7 players. You're just not going to be able to get in front of the dwarf cube. Makes his way into the cage with the rat ogre though. And just trying to screen with the gutters and while protecting them. Line rat is just knocked down. Blitz on the rat ogre, get it out of his face. Uh oh. Just a stun. Will we see AC foul this? He still has a bribe. Looks like it, yep, he's fouling it. Just a stun, and that's probably the use of the bribe, yep. Make the 2+ on the bribe. Hey, Trouk! We just finished up your game. Well, yeah. You're out a mummy for next week. That's kind of brutal. Oof! A dead dwarf. What died? Oh no. Mighty Blow alignment. He's out another skill. The dwarves in this division are just losing skills every other week. AC has successfully formed the meat cube, though. Yep, get the knockdown. It does nothing. Yeah, I guess that's true, Trouk, but at the same time, just firing a mummy with a skill kind of feels bad, you know? Peels open a cage corner, but stand firm means you can't do anything with it. Rather refuses to do things. He punches the storm vermin and then gets up. There is quite a lot of marking going on. AC has to be a bit careful. Oh, Gets the 1-die hit. Knocks him down. Which does free up a player to make this a 2-die. Gets a knockdown. Well, that's 3 players free, so he can just come down here and form a cage. I don't like that. I feel like you kind of want to be down here to form your cage. Because, one, now the Rat Ogre can blitz into your cage. Oh. But also, too, you're dwarves and you're slow, so you would rather take position when you can. And now there's a Rat Ogre in your cage. And he's pushed it so that the ball isn't on the Rat Ogre, which is a strange decision. Oh, pow on the gutter. Uh-oh. Just KO. But every KO is good here. Rat Ogre no longer in the cage. Blitz does nothing. And now we're making a base cage? We're moving 1 square forward and then making a base cage. Why are we not moving like 3 squares forward and making a cage that isn't based? I do not know. And Dwarf 2+ dodge has burnt another reroll. However, because we made a base cage, there's now a red die hit on the ball with the ball hawk. Luckily, dwarf runners start with sure hands, so they don't immediately lose the ball, but there's just an unnecessary risk to just give up a base cage and a hit on the ball for no reason. Now, we re-roll that? Yeah, we kind of needed to re-roll that so that we would have 4 players free to make this an actual cage. So I don't hate that. The runner is now just within range of scoring. So it's becoming increasingly difficult for Jim to actually stop the score. Looks like he's probably going to blitz into the cage again, which is about his only option. Gets a push. Gets another push. So he's in the cage, but he's in the cage a bit deep. Now the question is, does AC score this turn or the next turn? He knocks down the Rat Ogre. Three plus dodge and he scores. That's a lot of failed KOs. He does have sidestep though. And I think the sidestep is actually what makes this doable. And that he can blitz into the sidestepper. Uh-oh. Gets the first push. Pushes into the sidestepper. Knockdowns. That's unfortunate. It does get a bad luck out of it though. 2 more SPP for the Roger. He's up to 14 now. And fails to pick up the ball. So, 1-0 for AC against Jim. MVP on a blitzer that presumably leveled up, and the gutter runner over here got, I believe that's catch, off of MVP. Let's see what is left. We have one more game left for you, and that is Dunware versus the Nurgle. Doot 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 doot. Replays. Dunware versus Grinter. I almost cat this one live. I was doing replay casting last night, and then I found out that this game concluded, and I was sad. So, Dunware picks up a wizard and a bribe. And then Rat Titans also choose to kick the ball. So, as we saw yesterday, the Rat Titans had a rough game. And they're coming into this with 2 gutter runners and 1 storm vermin. No bench for either side. Are there only 3 bloaters? 2, 3. Yeah. Uh-oh, that is a close kick and a blitz. That is a really good start for Dunware. He is already on the ball and marking ball carriers. Yeah, so Grunter lost a bloater last week, and he looks like he did not get the gold to replace it. Fails to catch. Scatter is 1 person, but that's kind of okay. Mighty Blow does nothing, because it's a push. And now we're just going to put tackle on the gutter runner and hope, because the rot spawn has failed to activate, which is a really big problem. Gets a KO, which is a good start. Following that means you have to use another player to assist. I don't think you follow that. I think you stay and use him as a 2-die tie and then move this player back, because the play is back here. Although admittedly the play isn't going to stay here, because this is now just a 2+ the score. What? Why any of this? Dunware is a 2+ the score in your opponent's drive. For free. Just do it. That's a potentially big hit. There's now tackle on the gutter, and the ball was marked. And now just a bunch of bloater blocks. Blocks doing bloatery things. Nothing. Rod spawn is active though. Fails the 3+. KOs himself. Fails to reroll, KOs himself. Are we finally seeing Dunware punished for being too fancy? Trying to do fancy dodges to presumably screen when all he had to do was 2+ dodge, 2+ pick up the score. So now Grunter has reclaimed the ball. He's freed up a bunch of players and now he can make a proper cage. Please make your cage. He's rolling a bunch of dice. The ball is not really safe. Okay, I guess. And now he's compensated for the rot spawn failing. This is sort of okay, but like the wrestle gutter could just walk in if you. Yeah, like this is just a 1-die here, and the ball was knocked down because you let this happen for no reason. Like, when did that bloater move? This bloater has not moved. There's no reason not to move this bloater to right here. And you prevent 1 dice. What is this? Yeah, so ball is now on the ground. Yep, and now that's a free 2+ for the gutter to just get it and run away. Yep. Does he need to do GFIs? He thinks he does. That gets him away from wrestle. And the dodge gives him a good screen. But like, sure, all these dodges making this hard seems infuriating, but at the same time, Grunter just gave up a 1-die hit on the ball for literally no reason. There was zero reason not to move the bloater back 1 square. And now he's lost the drive. Oof. There goes another rat. That is the loner seriously injured, so he does not matter. He was not coming back next game anyway. And foul on a gutter runner, doesn't accomplish anything, and now Dunware learned his lesson and he is just gonna score. No attempts at fancy nonsense, just scoring in your opponent's drive. So 11 players for Grunter, we are down to 9 players for Dunware, but the problem is the players that are out are the players that you want to actually be using to protect your pieces. So any further injuries could start becoming a problem. Starting off with LOS blocks, having moved a player closer to where the ball landed. Yep, another run. Yep, it's a break. It's just a stun. And Mighty Blow Blitz, I'd be tempted to try to re-roll that. try to get more numbers. Feels like that's the only way that you're gonna come back into this, is to just generate numbers. Oh, we do pick up the ball though. Now to begin the long journey of reconnecting the ball with the center of the field. Oh, just a stop. And Mighty Blow hit on a router. Gets the knockdown. Oh. Just stun. That's unfortunate. Now, putting a gutter runner on the Mighty Blow piece is a bit bold. Especially because, yeah, I mean, that's just the first thing he does. Just a stun. Also, why are you rolling dice at all? There's no reason not to move the ball down here and make the ball safe. Put him here, put you like here, and you can come here. And now the ball is more or less safe. You can make your block, and you've preserved your ability to use Dirty Player. And then you can make a block like here, and you free this guy to come back this way. Like, don't roll dice when your ball isn't safe. And because of what he did, he has to GFI. Although admittedly he probably needs the GFI to manage to score. Yep, and there's the fireball. And that is 2 players knocked down. That's basically the entire cage. And now Denweir is going to capitalize on this by marking as many players as he can. And yeah, he's going to make this a 2-die with block. Gets the knockdown. And Magnet Hands. Hunter has gained the Magnet Hands. Uh-oh. That was just a greed reroll, right? Was there any reason that you needed to turn this into a knockdown? What does knocking the player down accomplish that pushing doesn't? This just feels like a wasted reroll, and it's turned itself into a turnover. That is just confusing to me. I don't like this. And now the ball's on the ground again. Uh-oh. Just a stun. Now the ball is on the ground in front of its gutter runner, who has 2 turns to score for seemingly no reason. It's just, it feels a bit like a throw to me. I don't like the rat spawn. Its movement is so creepy. So we just gonna see a 4+3+ onto the gutter runner. Yep, moves the player down for a scoring threat. Does this block, which doesn't accomplish what he needs. Nope, and he's just blitzing the Storm Vermin. I feel like I would have at least gone for the... I would have at least gone for the 4+3+, because if he scores here, the game is just over. If he doesn't score here, then you've at least forced him to waste the wizard. But yeah, 2-0 up at the half. Dunweir is in such a good spot. He even gets his KO back. High kick, doesn't catch it though. Now, surely Dunweir is just gonna score as fast as physically possible and put himself back on defense, right? Yeah, and here's the blitz. The stink is fine. Blitz direction seems weird to me. It seems like you would want to blitz from here and push the warrior this way. But maybe he just wants to keep the warrior in place as much as as much as possible. Oh, fouls, KOs it. Keep in mind, Dunweir does in fact have a bribe. Picks up the ball. And he throws it. As a... Is that a 3+ pass? Because of... Yeah, because these given throwers are passing 2+. Now just moving whatever he can down here to be a threat. Don't think he can stop this score. He just scores here on a 2+. Uh-oh. KO. He's fine. I'm just moving to be in the way, but like, not actually in the way. And now, because Dunweir is 2-0 up, he feels comfortable just making as many blocks as physically possible. And he's just gonna roll the 2+ to score. Double 1. That's unfortunate that he double ones that. Especially because like most of his team is now marked. Might hit on the Mighty Claw tackle. Oh! Just a stun. It does allow him to get ball in a cage. That's unfortunate. I feel like you should have probably just taken that. I feel like his defensive position is worse than it was before. Yeah, because now there's just a 3+. And gets the POW. Serious injury. Does not regen. That's a serious injury on the Wrestle Surehand's block Pestigore. And then Dunwer just picks up the ball and runs away and scores with it. So now Dunwer is up 3-0. And he gets another blitz. I feel like most people wouldn't even commit to this blitz at this point, and fails. He fails the 2+2 blitz. Re-rolls it to get the knockdown, kind of surprising. Stun him though. He re-rolled to get the knockdown because he wants to foul this piece. That's what it is. Unfortunately, I think fouling kind of leaves the midfield real weak. Fails to pick up. Uses last team roll on it. Which is like the worst of both worlds, because he got the weakness of the position to foul without actually getting the foul. And now, a little hit on better. Gets the knockdown. Gets serious injury. There's a lot of serious injuries this week. And serious injury remains. Is that a second serious injury? No. Poor Dunwer. He's just never going to get to use all 4 of his gutters in a game. They're always going to have at least one of them MG. Dunwer, however, has managed to secure the ball. Oh, that's a KO. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Skaven remaining. Gets the knockdown on the rat spawn. Uh-oh. Rat spawn is stunned. Rat spawn is fouled. Rat spawn is still stunned. Just some dodges to not get punched. I don't think Dunwer is even gonna try to stand in front of these players, because just what's the point? Like, what does he lose if Grunter scores? Like, oh no, he gains 2 touchdown differential instead of 3? And then just a push there, but it does further secure the ball. Just further, oh yeah, he's just gonna foul the red spot now. Stuns it again. And he comes back over here, he's just looking to foul this rot spawn for the rest of the game. That is the only thing he wants to do. Yeah, and Grunter moving the ball down the field first, good. Unfortunately, the best thing he can do to stop this is kind of just mark pieces and hope it's enough. Immediately, oh, that's just a badly hurt. Send off, fails to argue the call makes the bribe. Not that it matters, because this game is over. Almighty below, he's fine. And now just some blocks for free. Does that guy have a tongue for an elbow? I need to see this. He has a backwards elbow tongue. What is this? No go, please. No go, please. And now these guys are just gonna walk down. He's handing off. He's leveling this pestigore. Fair enough. If you're gonna lose regardless, you may as well risk losing a little bit more to get SPP where you actually need it. I think it's a big tongue. Oh, and yep, there's the knockdown. Justice done. However, that man will be fouled. He has been fouled. Justice done. Yep, and we're gonna blitz. We're gonna blitz the gutter runner. He left this gutter runner open. We're blitzing it. No knockdown. That is unfortunate. Bop. Dislocated shoulder on the rat. That is just a clan rat though, so it's not a big deal. So that ends us 3-1 for Dunweir. That is every game that I had for you this week. We are finally caught up. And I will leave it there. I would probably raid someone streaming Blood Bowl usually, if I remember, but there's literally no one else streaming Blood Bowl 3 right now. So, yeah, that was REL 1A Week 5 games. I hope you enjoyed.